And welcome back to another episode of Savage Kings. I'm holding the fort down by myself, but we have a guest host that she's been on the show many a times, haven't you, Rebs?
Yes, I have.
Damn. Just coming for this. That's what happens when you're nasty at fucking, frying people, roasting the fuck out of motherfuckers. You get, you get coming back. You get the invite to keep coming back and destroying niggas. That's why my ass is over here, because I ain't going to get my ass fucking chewed.
Oh, Lord,
That's why you're the only one here.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, the other one's is pussy. But,
Show them this show tonight.
we got a number of good topics tonight.
By the way, guys, my name is Rebs. He said I was a guest, but forgot to introduce
I
my name.
I do
guys,
apologize.
sorry, my name is Rebecca. Go ahead,
Ribs.
Kurt.
I call it ribs.
Ribs.
We all came from a rib.
Bitch, you Eve. I'm Adam.
Sounds about right. Just hope you ate the apple,
Yo, have
right?
you ever read?
Oh, shit.
Have you ever actually read? Like, I went back and I read that shit the other day, and they were talking about obviously the beginning story,
Yeah.
and it sounds so cute in the beginning. It's like God decided to take Adam out with a kiss, and he took his rib from him. Nigga, that's not how it happened. He knocked him the fuck out.
Yep.
He gently sat him aside and gave him a surgery. No, the fuck he did not. There was no antiseptic back then. God knocked him the fuck out. Matter of fact, God might have been a bore. Okay?
That's not right.
And stabbed that nigga in his rib. Okay?
Yeah.
And that's why Eve came along and took that shit. Nah, this is some funny shit. Like, you start reading it, right? Especially the first Genesis. You start reading Genesis and you start going, yo, there was nobody here. There was two of every animal, and this nigga looked at himself all day.
I'm like, incest like a bitch, though. I'm like, how these shits ain't deformed?
Nobody
ever thought about that shit?
I have many a
No,
times.
You're right.
I'm like, so we just fucking our mothers and cousins and great-grandmas?
I've thought about it a lot.
Yeah, I don't know.
Even that Noah's Ark.
Oh, yeah.
There are jokes for a reason about family reunions.
Newsflash, them shits ain't jokes, nigga.
So I've heard. I can't relate. I'm adopted.
Them shits ain't jokes. Don't
So
worry.
you made a move on your cousin?
Technically, if I did, it wouldn't matter.
It wouldn't even matter. Don't come
That's
to my family.
nasty.
She's
Get the
legal
fuck outta
game,
here.
nigga.
That's
But
some Whitney,
absolutely not.
Like, yo,
that's
who-
some
who-
Whitney,
I-
Whitney
fuck
Houston daughter shit. That like, don't bring that shit over here.
Nah, nigga, that's legal. Fuck that.
I was disgusted when I heard that shit from Whitney. Her and her. Yeah, because, that shit was gross. I don't give a fuck. You adopt them, y'all brothers. Okay, y'all brother and sister. Y'all do not get the fuck out of here. Y'all do. I don't even want to see that. Yo, I wish y'all could see our producer's face. Like, well, it's not that bad. No, get the fuck out of here. It's terrible.
Didn't we hear from a show that Whitney Houston was also in the closet?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
bisexually?
That's true.
Yeah,
That-
and
that-
she got with Bobby and all that, but yeah,
Yeah.
she was a fuck girls.
Yeah.
So,
So, I mean, yeah, she was probably just letting everything go because she was letting everything go.
literally.
I bet you.
R.I.P.
I bet your favorite fucking instrument was a scissor.
Well, they said,
That's
cocaine
disgusting.
is a hell of a drug, nigga. That's what she was on. That's what
Okay.
she said.
First off, ain't nobody got no time for crack. Okay. I remember
No.
because I think it was Diane Sawyer. She did that
Yes.
interview, and she was like, "Is
Yes.
it crack?" First off, nobody got no time for that. I was like, "Yeah, bitch, you doing crack and coke." Like, that's when it's bad when you can afford the good shit,
Yeah.
the expensive shit, and you fucking with crack. Like,
I mean, hey, it's just quicker, nigga. It's just
I
quicker.
love Whitney, and I don't mean this in the wrong light, but maybe she should have went decades ago. You know?
You stupid, nigga. You stupid.
I mean, if you're defending crack like that,
That's...
I don't know, man.
Anyway.
Yeah.
New subject, Kurt.
there was something that caught my eye. I didn't know this was a real person,
Blood. Sorry.
and it's a
Well,
singer. It's a
you might
singer.
as well tell the folks. You just don't.
No, it's a singer.
Okay.
And I could not believe this was a real woman. I really could not believe this, and then I couldn't believe how many records this woman sold. Wing.
Oh my lord, this motherfucker.
which brought me to William Hung, Hyung, or whatever his name is. That
Hung. Yes.
remember him
Yes.
from?
William Hung.
And here's what I don't understand. These people are selling albums,
Yeah.
and they're terrible.
Yeah.
And I'm putting in 90% in this motherfucking show every week. And I can't get more than 2 followers a week. These bitches
You're not terrible enough. Suck some more.
Yo, I'm gonna ask this. No, let's bring the people up to speed. Wing is a 60-year-old lady. Yeah, she's like 60, maybe older now, because by the time that Wikipedia shit was written, who takes like pop hits and does like a karaoke style on them, and she sings. Well, I don't know what the fuck she's. Cause even in the language, I don't even know what the fuck they be singing.
You can't understand her in nothing.
And she got like collaborations with motherfuckers who were big too.
Elvis Presley in the Ghetto. That's my favorite one by her.
No, that's my favorite one. Yo, that shit is hilarious. Y'all gotta
steal
listen to
it.
this shit. Look up Wing. What is it? In the Ghetto?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Son, I've never. In the Ghetto.
In the Ghetto.
Yo, it might be the funniest song I've ever heard.
Yeah, that
That's
bitch.
why they made the South Park with Cartman making fun of In the Ghetto in South Park.
In the Ghetto.
Was it due to her though? Or they were just
I can
fucking
only imagine that it
crooning.
was through her because the way that Cartman says "in the ghetto," it's the same way
That shit
she
was
sings.
horrible.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
But she big though. Overseas, she big.
She's big here.
And nigga, not in my culture.
Well, she's big in South Park culture. That's big enough for me.
She's sold some records, and I stumbled
Some,
across this.
nigga, she is like a gold, like, at least.
I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was shocked because I thought this was like a fake character, and I'm gonna go through like a number of these episodes on things that I thought weren't real.
Wait, hold on. How did you come across her?
South Park.
Did they put her on there?
Yes, I'm not sure if it's a real woman or not, but it says guest starring Wing, and I think it's a real Wing because I didn't know that this was a real.
I remember
Yeah.
like seeing those things that guest star. Yeah, okay.
I
Yep.
did not know this was a
Wow.
real woman.
That's some shit, man.
I looked up the episode,
Yeah.
found it,
And then we saw random other videos of her singing.
and I said, "No, this looks just like the cartoon. This can't be a coincidence."
Yeah, that's crazy. That shit is crazy, man.
It is.
It's terrible.
And it leads me to this. I'm not sure if either of you have ever heard of this person.
No worries. I haven't. No worries.
The person is called the Booty Warrior.
You, of all people, would hear about this person.
Yeah, because they
Well,
scared.
we would not.
Let me tell you something. Even if I was.
Hemorrhoids.
Oh, shit.
Told you that in confidence.
Savage Kings.
Even if. Like,
Wait, is the Booty Warrior a female or a male?
it's a man.
It's a man.
And this guy lives in prison. And it's crazy. I saw him on an episode of The Boondocks.
Okay.
I thought this was just another character.
Okay.
What I didn't come up to realize was The Boondocks makes fun of real life people.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay? And it's real life people.
Yeah.
It's nothing when it's R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying? These are people you know.
Yeah.
They took that little Milton, whatever. I do hood rat stuff with my kid, with my friends.
Yes,
That
so-
they
yes.
make okay. So the Booty Warrior is a guy. I believe he was in Ohio or is in Ohio if he's still alive.
Okay.
Who was in prison. And it was supposed to be like a documentary, 15 minutes or whatever, or a half hour.
All right.
They got, I think, 6 hours because they were just so confused by this guy.
What the fuck was he doing?
He sat there and he told the documentarists, "Oh, I'm not gay. The motherfuckers getting their ass fucked this guy." Oh, and you know what? They got this new style where they sag their pants. That shit's sexy to a man like me.
Yo, who is saying that shit?
See, yo, it made me stop watching the Boondocks.
Really?
And because I said, yo, I watch most of this stuff already, right? But I get to this and I'm like, oh, this is scary. It's not even about sexuality at this point. It's about somebody knowing he's not going a goddamn place.
Yeah.
He said he attacks COs. He said he attacks other inmates. Yeah, bro. But there's a mental issue here.
Yeah.
That we not attacking. And that's when I was like, you know what? With the Boondocks, I'm going to that dog. Because somebody told me it was real. I didn't believe him. So when I went to go look up the episode, you serious? You see how long it's multiple different edits.
Yeah.
And you could only stomach about 20 minutes of it. Like, I was scared, bro.
That's crazy.
I've never been
That shit is
in
crazy.
jail, prison, none of that shit. But I know if you want to scare the fuck out of me, you put him in that prison. You put me in that prison. Because I would never come back out alive.
I don't know. Allegedly, there's a lot of motherfuckers in there just fucking.
Oh, absolutely.
For the fuck of it.
But this guy was the craziest because he wasn't big, ginormously. He was tall. Had some weight on him.
He was just sexually aggressive.
Dog, where you going?
Sounds like your type. Hence your problems.
I'm just freshening up for you.
Nah, like I was sitting there sweating, bro, watching. Cause then I had to go back and watch the Boondocks, and I couldn't believe they was making a joke out of this. I was like, nah, bro, there's a lot of people you can make a joke out of. This dude is really terrible. Like I didn't know men could get raped, bro.
What?
Think about this. You know how hard it is to rape a man?
He's like, what?
Okay, you gotta turn him over. You gotta pull out his pants. You gotta unclench his butt cheeks. Okay, like that.
Okay, rape is shitty for anybody,
Right?
but it's kind of hard to rape anybody. I mean, if you in it, you in it. Because a woman is not gonna be like, yeah, just rape me.
I agree with
Lay
you.
down.
I agree with you.
I doubt it.
But the way I clench my butt cheeks, I don't think nobody can get in between it. So I can't see this happening.
You see why I say these random outbursts? He says shit like that.
Because, I'm scared, all right? I see a show like that, and I walk through, an unsafe neighborhood. I'm clenching, son, okay?
Because you can relate?
So... Oh, Rebs is killing you.
What?
Oh, Rebs is killing you.
Ribs. Ribs.
So wait, all right. I don't know. You ever been to one of those parades in the city? Any of them?
Never
Like
felt
Puerto Rican
never
Day
felt
Parade?
uncomfortable.
Not
Not as uncomfortable as I did watching that documentary.
Really?
I was terrified.
Okay. You never been accidentally touched trying to cross the street or something?
No, I have been.
I said you
Michael-
had to because the
No, I haven't.
crowds are just so on top of each
Did
other.
you say
But-
Michael Jackson grabbed your hand at a zoo?
No, I grabbed Michael's. I grabbed Michael's.
Oh, my
And
bad.
his whole arm too. But now, I'll tell you something funny. I was on, I think it was a 4 train. It was a 4 or the 5. I remember the line, but I was in the city. I was in Manhattan,
Right.
and I was taking it uptown to go see somebody.
Okay.
And I didn't take it wild uptown. I took it to like Grand Central or maybe 51st, something like that. I don't know. And this lady grabbed my butt.
Okay.
But it's not in a cute kind of like, she was wild tall and big as hell.
So it wasn't a lady.
It was Derek.
Derica? Okay. No, I mean, it was a, but
Derica.
like, we're talking about aggressive. And we're talking, she was definitely, if she wasn't over 6 foot, maybe inch into 6 foot, and weighty. Dude, I got off the next stop, bro. Like, that's the only time.
So what
Well,
did
I
you
felt-
do? What did you say? Did you defend yourself or you just
Hell
let
no.
it happen?
Fuck no, I was a little bitch. I ain't going to damn lie to nobody.
I mean, I know you're skinny, but damn, you didn't even defend yourself? Like,
dog,
hey.
Nah. She, like, I
Shit.
felt like, you know what's crazy? When you feel like a hand
Yes.
brush.
Yes.
But you don't do that turn. Like, I'm sorry. Whenever I'm in
Because
the New
the-
York
the-
City subway and we are compact,
Yeah.
That's why I act like I have Tourette's when I'm on the subway. Nobody will fuck with you.
And you're right.
So,
you're right. I learned that now.
But whenever I feel a random touch as a woman, I don't know if it's different for you,
And
but
squeeze.
as a woman, I always like do a little knee-jerk reflex.
Right.
Like I'm always like, wait, and I'm always turning around looking at my surroundings to make sure if I can catch eye contact. So you didn't do anything. You just let that feel happen. You didn't do anything.
I'm a man, and I've never had to endure this shit ever. Like, first off, I'm already against the doors.
Okay.
Okay?
Me too.
So you saying they stuck around in between and got it crack on your ass?
He liked
I'm
it.
like
End of story.
here.
That's pretty much what he was saying.
And she was next to me. I'm not. Dog, I got off in the next stop. Like, I'm not.
So that's what he did. No
Yeah.
knee-jerk reflex. No nothing.
I was
Just,
shook.
"Ooh,
Look.
Let me leave.
So when women are talking about, oh, you know, I felt uncomfortable. I mean, I get y'all.
It's a fucked up.
Yeah. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get y'all. I can't really, you know what I'm saying? It's not the same.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not going to sit here and lie to nobody. I was a little bitch, and I'm not afraid to say, because what the fuck was I going to do? I'm sorry, you can call me a bitch all you want.
I'm not calling you a bitch. I'm just asking. You didn't even have a knee-jerk reflex. Like, whoa. What
I was
that?
shook. I was like,
Mouth wide
Man,
open and
not
everything.
even
Damn. Preparing
I
yourself.
don't her stick her palm in my shit. No, that's not what happened. Like, that shit will fuck you up.
I went to a old go-go bar. This had to be
Seventh grade.
No,
Seventh grade? Ew.
Almost 20 years ago. Yeah, because I was like just 18, almost 18. And it was these old Dominican chicks in there.
What was the go-go bar? No? Where was
the name of the go-go bar? No, these niggas was abuelas, nigga. They was not. They was.
And tell me where they're located.
There's a big difference between a sexual grab and a grab from a motherfucker. He was like, please don't touch me. No, grandma, no. You know what I mean? And yeah, they were just hamsy, and they just went straight to my dick.
That's why I never understood when I played softball and basketball, why, and athletes in general, men and women, I just don't get it. Like, why can't you slap my back or slap my shoulder? Why do you have to slap my butt?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't get it. To me, it makes me feel uncomfortable when I'm watching NFL and I see these NFL players smacking men's butts. Like, it just...
you know what? For me, that's not even a sexuality
I always thought
thing.
it was like weird or gay
it's
or
weird.
something.
Smack my shoulder, smack my back. Like,
I don't
hey,
even
good
think
job.
it's a sexuality
Why
thing.
my butt?
It's just weird. Why would you slap somebody on that is something...
That's what I'm saying. Not sexuality, but why...
Yeah.
Why do you have to smack my butt to tell me I did a good job on that play?
Why do some men or boys have that, dick obsession gameplay? You know what I mean?
What?
You never seen that or heard about that?
No.
Elaborate, please.
Please?
So generally...
Jeff's like, damn it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, thought you knew. Next topic, nigga. So like we generally see like a lot of frat or white boy frats do like dick games and shit where they play with your dick or like they draw shit on you when you fall asleep.
Cock magic.
Like,
yeah.
all
Oh,
those
I know
type
what
of
you. Yeah.
games.
Oh,
And
what
they do that shit
Chappelle
in
was
locker
saying.
rooms where you would do shit, and I'm like, I didn't grow up like that with my friends. I was like, I never did that in high school. Like,
think that's
Does this ring a bell?
culture.
I hate carrots, son. I mean, it is I have to think it is a cultural thing. I do think. I think
we can say. I mean, yeah.
certain.
So
I understand when somebody's drunk, they're passed down around you, you mess with them, you'll draw a penis on their face or you'll put whipped cream on their face, but to the point of doing what you're saying they were doing, that's extreme.
Yeah, and
this shit happens. It's weird.
To his defense, people will do like put their balls in your face, take a picture of it, and then circulate it before it gets to you.
Yeah.
Okay, like
I'm not gay.
Yeah.
Like, no, bro.
See, that's some 13 reasons why.
and that's some like no, that's 13 reasons why.
That shit's still on, nigga. The bitch died in the fucking first episode. Nigga, what the fuck are we still complaining about?
For real.
Like,
We're going on for 4 more seasons.
I'm like, yo, who else is dead, nigga? What the fuck? What are we
Right.
doing here?
What kind of college are these kids going to next? That's what I want to know.
Like, you need to take that school system down, for real.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
You never seen that shit?
the wildest thing that ever happened to me like that was I fell asleep once at my friend's house, at my friend's cousin's house.
Yeah.
Okay. And they both drew penises in lipstick on my face. I get pulled. Unluckily, I should say, I get pulled over by the cops. I'm like the town next to my town.
Oh, so they let you leave, and you ain't even know you was like.
I had no idea why the officer was making the faces he was making.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything to me.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
I didn't get any. I would have gone to bed that night with dick on my face.
Hold on. So
if my mother didn't say something to me.
So wait, the cops didn't try and ask you, sir, have you been drinking? Da 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 da.
He pulled up.
That's
I
a
was
terrible
speeding.
officer.
No,
man.
it was. It was.
Because
Yeah.
if I see
let me
penis
tell you-
straw on your face, the first thing I'm thinking is you just came back from a nice drinking night with your friends.
No, I'm because he could
Seriously,
obviously.
that's it. I'm like, all right.
But he could
Wait.
obviously smell I wasn't drinking.
Don't
I was
matter.
on Knickerbocker and I was speeding. It's the second. It happened to me twice. I've gotten pulled over. I was pulled over once before, with 2 other people in the car. Speeding.
Knickerbocker and Tenafly or
Yeah,
Englewood?
in Tenafly.
And Tenafly?
Oh, you lucky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got pulled. Yeah.
Real
yeah.
lucky.
You real lucky.
Got pulled over, and he interrogates. Interrogates me quickly. He smells alcohol because I was with somebody who was drinking.
Yeah.
Somebody who was older. Pulled me. He asked me to get out the car. He was like, "Oh, I don't smell it on you. Get your buddy home." Like they were really. They're
Yeah.
not. You know what I'm saying? So I never had that problem. It was more so. I don't think they want to write up the report, son. Like,
Yeah, a lot of times they don't.
You know what I'm saying?
If
Like-
they don't have to. If they don't have to make the hassle, they'll let you roll.
And I could tell by his face, like he was making these, like he wanted to laugh, but he probably didn't see that I probably knew because I was like, "I'm sorry, officer, I just woke up. I was at my friend's house." You could, you know what I'm saying? You could smell liquor, and I was under the age.
Yeah.
Ah,
Like that was fucked up for me.
that means something. You're under the age.
That's also true.
Ah,
That's also true.
eh.
Goddamn, girl.
But like, and it wasn't a long thing. It was just, yo, do you know you were speeding? Yo, get home safe. Go home safe. Like, and I didn't understand. I thought he was harassing until I got home.
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay, I was speeding, but like, why didn't he take my life? You know what I'm saying? That kind of regular shit.
Yeah.
You gave him a good laugh.
Yeah.
And he was dying, bro.
I'm sure he was.
That
I
was
know
his
he went back to his
satisfaction.
car and just was like, yo. And probably went in the mic and was like, y'all won't believe what I fucking like.
Yo.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I would never have known, bro. I would have woke up
Do you
with
remember
like,
how long ago that was?
this was back in 2007, 2008.
Oh, so before the cameras were.
I was just about
Yeah.
to say, there's a
Yeah.
body cam. Them niggas
Oh,
passing
yeah,
around.
yeah. I was
Like,
still, you know what I'm saying? I was still
Look
very
at
young.
this motherfucker.
I was still very young. 2008, because I was able to legally drive.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
So,
18.
like, what the hell? You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel
What
you,
the-
man. I feel you.
You know, so I always look at people like, what the hell is wrong with you like that?
I don't know.
It's one thing
I
to fart in
never-
somebody's face. Why would you smear your balls or your asshole on somebody's forehead? Then take a picture of it. Just do it and don't say shit.
Then
I'm
why do men teabag women?
But that's sexual.
Well,
I
that's-
understand
I
that.
was like, that's a sexual
That's a
thing.
sexual
Yeah,
thing.
that's
A lot
like-
of women like that.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe you might be more into Arabian goggles. That's why.
No,
Christ.
not at all. That's your style. Hence why the
She likes a
hemorrhoids.
donkey punch, nigga. She don't want to see.
Why not? You put the right ball on the right eyelid and put the left ball.
The fact that you have to think about it means you have experience in that. So, and you're just trying to remember.
You let your dick just go right down the nose. I can smell it. I can smell it.
That's disgusting. That's so gross, yo. That is so disgusting.
A long, hard day at work, you let your man come home teabag you. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You gotta wash your balls, nigga. That ball sweat is real.
Yo,
That ball sweat is real.
especially
Hey,
if
she's
they're
a
like
rider,
you.
she don't mind.
Nah, Kurt,
Nah,
especially if
nigga.
they're like you and say you haven't shaved in 5 months. So no,
First off, okay.
no,
Damn.
We
no.
was under quarantine.
It doesn't matter. It's called self-care.
First off, I was caring for myself, okay? I was
Clearly
making sure I was giving myself an
Lil
afro.
man's down there had a forest.
God damn.
You can still see him though.
Just the tip. Anyway, guys, so sorry. Let's continue.
My dick pop out like, whoo!
Ew.
Dynamite!
It's like one of those little, you know, the trees that you, when you were a kid and you stuck them in water and they would grow over time as you stuck it in water.
God.
The chia pets?
I don't remember the name of it, but they had like dinosaurs. You would stick it in
The
water.
chia
and
pet.
then it would-
Chia pet.
Okay, so that's what they were called.
It
was like the
a
tree.
chia pet, nigga? Oh God. God damn. That's tough. That shit is tough.
It'd be worse if you let that shit roll out. See, that's why men shave, I think. I think men shave only because it make their dick look bigger. Okay? Nah, dead ass.
Sometimes.
No,
some
dead
do.
ass.
Some do.
Because if
Some do.
motherfuckers is walking around with a bush and they
And
regular
that's really
little...
sad if they clean gloomed and I'm still saying they have a small dick.
Oh, I'm sure you would.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yo,
I would. Yes, I would.
I don't remember if I was watching something, but they
They
were
tell
like,
the-
yo, it's all about angles.
One of the first things they tell dudes who's like claiming they got small penises, like, are you fat? Do you have a belly? It's like, lose that bitch and say, watch. You know what I'm saying? It'll not only will it look bigger, but you'll be able to go a little bit deeper. Not super deep, but it's a big difference. But they had that size on
I had one of my managers said that to me once.
Yeah.
And he was telling me how he was talking to another guy. Because all the women were gravitating towards him. And they were like, he's like, yo, what the fuck? And he's like, dog, it's, you know, because I'm 6 inches. And he's like, dog, I'm 6 inches. He's like, oh, it's because you skinny. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my boss was like,
Yeah.
you had that conversation with another dude, like y'all were 4 years old comparing y'all wee-wees. like that's what it seemed like to an outsider listening in.
A measuring contest. That shit happens.
When you're an adult,
I mean, not a physical measuring, not in mine.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even talking. What the fuck am I talking about my dick with another man for? You ain't gonna see it. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I've been to retreats and I ain't never been that drunk where I'm like, yo, nigga, my dick just be hanging. Like, it is. No.
Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
And if I bring the fourth, Shaq, you know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't understand this, like, phallic... You know, this obsession, this phallic obsession. It's that shit is fun when you're up till you're about maybe 6 or 7, and even then it's a little too far past your prime to be playing with your wee-wee and other people's wee-wee and shit.
Yo,
Because you be playing battle shits.
Crazy shit goes on at retreats. I don't know when the world motherfuckers gonna do another retreat.
What kind of
again.
retreat you go to?
But like office retreats when you go out and shit
Oh.
like that. Christmas
That's a
parties. Y'all
nasty
never
retreat.
been to crazy
No.
shit. Oh my god, nigga, you worked in the city. You guys never did no office outing or retreat.
I never went with him.
A weekend.
I went to the
That's why.
dinner,
That's why.
and then what happens afterwards, I want nothing to do with that. I don't shit where I eat.
I get it to that point, but see, you can't be sloppy. That's the only difference. You can't bring that back in the office like, yo, I really missed you, Rebs. Oh my god, this
Nope.
is us.
Nope.
Like, hold up, nigga.
Nope.
What happened to that motherfucking Mount
Nope.
Kissimmee? I stayed at Mount Kissimmee.
Nope.
That's it.
Nope,
Yeah.
not doing it. Nah, that's a risk.
Nope.
Really?
I work with
For
you.
real, that's a risk.
I'm
not,
off
I don't.
limits.
I have
When your
serious.
boss wants to fuck you,
What?
and
No.
you get ahead, and you can play cool and keep it moving every day in the office, you gonna take that. You gonna take that advantage, my nigga. I'm just gonna let you know.
First off, if my boss want to fuck me, there's gonna be some real problems. I'm calling everybody on that nigga. Second off, if my boss is a woman and she want to fuck me, how much we talking? Okay.
But that's my point.
Okay, because it's got to go deeper than the new position. Both ways.
Cool. Yeah, I'm cool.
I'm sorry. You got to give me a position, $1 million to shut the fuck up, another $10 million for the position. So it's not gonna be worth your while.
Yeah, I'll never forget that shit, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't do it. I
But people
can't
do
it.
crazy shit at those retreats, man. When you
can't
hang
do it.
out and do it,
I
people get
believe.
super drunk, then they start fucking acting up. You see a lot of that white boy dick bullshit, and
Nope.
then people try to hang out who like really cool. I'm like, yeah, weird shit happens, people.
I mean, I had my suspicions of people, you know,
Yeah, 'cause
in
when
my
you come back,
office.
motherfuckers ain't as cool as they
Okay,
was, or
and-
people be looking
yeah.
like you, like I can't be with them.
You know,
Like, yo, what happened? I just go to lunch every day.
I've had that thought, but nah.
yeah,
You know, I
shit
wouldn't.
get weird, man.
Nope.
Shit get
I
weird.
don't do that.
No.
don't do that.
Not at
No,
work,
that's
bro.
so cute.
No, I'm sorry. You
Aw.
gotta have boundaries someplace, bro. And work is that place. Because shit can go real, especially nowadays, shit can go real life. You could have had the best time of your life, and Miss Parker want to bring up what you did 3 years ago at that retreat.
Nah, you know what the all right. So here's the double-edged sword or the balance of it. If I go down, you go down. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because usually it's the opposite of what you think attempted. So you know how guys are usually hitting on girls. It's the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, why the fuck is my old Italian boss, got a hand in the crack of my ass?
Yeah.
Right.
We done had one too many drinks. I'm like, I'm just over here trying to dance. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, look, if I go down, motherfucker, you go down too. And you got a family. I'm just over here chilling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like a mutually assured destruction thing. It's like, this shit never happened. You gonna give me what I want? You know what I'm saying? You got what you wanted. We all happy.
I understand.
I see you every day. I'm like, hi, bye. And you like, hi, bye. And
I understand.
I'll just alleviate that stress by
exactly.
not doing it at all.
Because
nope.
we've seen what happens with these dudes. Like, who's the fat dude, the ugly dude said everything was consensual? Weinstein.
Oh, yeah.
And like, please, but there's people that's not talking that was close as hell with him. That I know it was consensual what they was doing. There was rumors, Jennifer Lawrence, people like that, right?
Yeah.
And she said she ain't do it. There's rumors that they did.
Right.
If you ask me, what's the difference there, right? That's and I get it. Like that's her. They're trying to make it a different thing now, where they're like, oh, this is a person in power, and I get that. But like, if that's mutually exclusive, y'all was doing that. That's what the decision that you guys came to. That shit could still come back to you 13 years later.
It could come back, but it's what effects does it have? Anybody tied to Weinstein now, even Jay-Z and them, even though he's moved on to other film partners and stuff, and I'm sure he wasn't fucking Jay-Z. I want to get hope. You know what I mean? Allegedly knock on wood. But I'm pretty sure, you know what I mean? He wasn't like,
sorry.
You never know. You never know. But anybody tied to him is going down. You know what I'm saying? Or have a negative connotation to their name. So that's why they really try to separate themselves. But look, they say Angelina Jolie rocked. Now, she got all the success. So it comes down, how much would it take for you to suck a dick? Rebs, I got $10 million right now, and ain't nobody got to know.
And
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
it's
I'm
like, shit, ain't nobody
I'm gonna
got
play.
to know.
I'm gonna play the devil's advocate. Hold on. With that said, I will play the devil's advocate because we're gonna have to get out pretty soon. But the devil's advocate on that is, okay, you fuck somebody a couple of times and you have this mega career. Mm-hmm. So then you have other people who were never comfortable with it to sell their soul, and they sold their soul anyway, right? To get to the career, but now they feel shitty. You knew what it was, right? You sold your soul. Now, with Harvey, I think there was some consensual stuff there, without a doubt. I think that's absolutely. But I also think he was doing whatever he had to do to get to wherever he had to get to, because that's what he wanted to do. He was fat, ugly. Ain't nothing worse than a fat, ugly dude with money.
Yeah, he was used to people saying yes. He got the Angelinas to say yes, so he thinks the Rebs are gonna say yes too.
Exactly.
No disrespect.
Exactly.
I see you, Rebs. I think you're
exactly. No, but it's the truth.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the
like
truth.
There's a
everybody's gonna
halo.
say yes. Yeah, exactly. Everybody's gonna say yes.
That to me is scumbagish.
Of course.
But you got a career out of it. You're gonna give up your career? You should give up your career.
It's like what we were talking about with lawyers. People that work in hospitals, so nurses, doctors, surgeons, police officers, EMTs. Because they quote unquote allegedly save lives. And then
that's just a byproduct.
Exactly. And I'm sorry to all the nurses and doctors out there, but I see you.
Some of the bad ones.
Lawyers.
Yeah.
We were talking about that. Lawyers. There's a lot of industries, unfortunately, the entertainment industry as a whole, where people really have to demoralize themselves in order to make it. So if you are strong-willed and have a firm grip on your morals, you won't stay there. I didn't stay there. I was an audio engineer. I worked with David Bowie. I worked with the Foo Fighters, Counting Crows, Joan Jett. But I don't want to be part of that industry because I have too high of morals, and I know what I would have to do in order to make it there. I hear you. Unfortunately, I see people in our town that we grew up with and went to high school that now have 2 children, and, unfortunately, 2 different fathers. Mother's not with the father, but you know what? They want to be part of that entertainment industry, so that's what they'll do. And it's sad.
But you know what? You know what it is? Nobody understands what it is until you go in it. They romanticize it.
Yeah.
Well,
and that's the first
I was in it, and I got myself out because I'm strong-minded. I'm strong-willed. The weak will stay.
Right. But if you're weak enough to depend on what they give you, which is usually money or perks. Mm-hmm. We're not even talking about drugs. It's the perks.
Right.
You're flying around the world. You're doing that. Look, when I went to the MTV Music Awards, when I went to the what's-the-names, I did the same thing too. I was an assistant. But I understand that. But I was like, you know what? This ain't for me. I need something else. This is cool, but I like being the boss.
You can still do it, but you can do it on your own terms.
But everybody asks me, why'd you leave? You don't want to go back? And I'm like, nah, dude. I said, you like a forever slave. At some point.
You are.
And you always leaning to get to the next one. I said, everybody on that movie trailer, when they get their names on the shit, if you ain't the top 10 stars, fuck them. You ain't shit.
Yeah.
And when I seen chicks, of grunt work. Chicks wanted to give me some box just to get into the room with the dudes. Not even get apart. Just to get in the room with the dudes. I'm like, man, I can't think of women the same way. So, you know what I'm saying? You devalue yourself.
Yep.
I feel you. It takes a lot because you know when you're going to get asked, why'd you leave? Why don't you go back? You was working with the stars. You already 10 steps ahead.
Rebecca, you always said that you'd be part of this industry. You always said you'd grow up being a singer, and you know what?
People romanticize it because they think it's on the up and up, and they believe the shit that the people put out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's all bullshit.
Yeah. Like when you uncover them, you be like, yo, they secretly racist,
entertainers,
or some shit like that. They be like, no, not him. I be like, yeah.
I mean, look at them. They're all going crazy broke right now in this pandemic. I got more money than them now. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're asking for people to cash out them for paying a fucking DJ set on Instagram for 4 hours.
That's not, but look at them.
But they're stupid. But they're stupid. They're stupid.
You know what gets me though?
Holding Zoom invitations. Oh, $25 for a Zoom invite for my July 4th party.
But you know what get me? They're DJing poolside at they crib.
Right.
When the rest of us ain't that's the one thing I saw.
Drinking. I'm like, yo, you want me to? I love like, you, D-Nice. No. D-Nice, you did a great thing for the world. I respect you. I appreciate you. No disrespect. But if I had your... And the one thing that I really, truly appreciate about D-Nice, he never, ever, ever once asked for a cent.
Right.
The only time that he ever asked for money was because he was doing a charity event with Michelle Obama. Right. They were getting people to rock the vote. They were getting people to go out there and vote. That's when he was saying, donate your money. But it was never to his freaking Cash App.
No, you're right.
Or Venmo.
You're right. You're right.
It was always towards a cause. That I highly respect and would contribute. But if it's to your personal Cash App,
yeah, that was.
And I'm seeing your in-ground pool in the backyard, and you're videotaping people mulching your yard.
They lost money, and especially with the comedians and shit too. Like when I saw D.L. Hughley go back.
Oh God.
And I'm like, I get it, my man. You know, you're spending a lot of money because you were making a lot of money, and you need to, get some rooms and some tours. But now look what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I really like.
COVID.
When are we gonna have a concert again? A good full concert.
Yeah.
Like when are you gonna be in a regular room, crowded, you know what I'm saying? Like
the athletes
we're not even talking about an arena. We just talking about a fucking plain Jane room.
Well, I mean, I look at like you talking about the athletes, the NBA. Okay, they trying to come back.
Yeah.
The bubble system makes no sense.
Yeah.
Did you see all these fools testing positive going into the bubble? I'm like, all right, what are we doing here?
Because you have workers that gotta go and come. They're trainers. They're not.
No, they trying to keep all it. Yo, they keeping the news people in the bubble. They keeping them in the bubble.
Here's what I heard. There's going to have to be people that have to go in and come out.
Yes. There has to be a transfer point. Yo, we need something from the outside. Kirk got to get it. He got to suit up, bring it to Jeff. Jeff already in there. But at some point, you know what I mean? We touch each other. It's wrong.
It's ridiculous.
Then I was like, where they going to get chicks? Most of those dudes are single, even if they not. They gonna want to fuck because they be regular fucking. I was like, where the girls at in the Disney thing? when you think about it, that's a big part of the sports industry.
Yeah.
We all forget about the side chicks.
Yep.
They keep you healthy.
It
Y'all laugh. Yo, they keep you healthy.
I know one person who's lucky as hell he couldn't go down to Disney. He might not be with us, but
Too soon. Too soon.
And you said last show you weren't gonna clown Kobe.
wow, I wasn't talking about Kobe. Wow,
I was just fucking with
wow, I was talking about Wilt.
You know what? Wait, while I got you here, before we cut out, what y'all think about the August Alsina Jada Pinkett shit?
At the end of the day, Will Smith and Jada said a very long time ago that they're in a swinger relationship. We all know that Will Smith and Jada. Yeah. Kurt, the other night you said exactly my point, Rebs. Thank you. I wish people would think like you. Like, so now all of a sudden we're on air and it's the opposite.
No, I didn't say you were wrong.
Right,
I said
anyway.
It's not what they said.
No, that is what they said.
They didn't say they were swingers. They said they were.
No, they're in an open partnership or something.
Open,
yeah, that's what they call it. They want to be partners,
And
not
then they
wives.
put swingers in parentheses. And the other night when I used the word swingers, you did not correct me. Now all of a sudden you're correct.
No. I'm going to tell you. No, I'm going to tell
But
you.
anyway, no, Kurt, I'm calling you out on your bullshit because
There's
nobody
no
else
bullshit.
does. So
No bullshit.
anyway, at the end of the day, open relationship. My bad, allegedly. So open relationship.
That's all I was looking for.
Then who the fuck cares whether or not who fucked who? If they already admitted that that's the type of relationship they have, and they don't care if Will goes and fucks this person and Jada goes and has sex with this person, and they already made it known that they don't care, I'm just mad at Augustine for letting
putting
it
that
out.
shit out. That's where I get the
never should
problem.
have done
I'm like,
that.
you sloppy.
Like Kurt said last show, should have kept it under the rug, professional. Now Kurt's mad because, well, he'll never make it, but if he did, he wouldn't be able to fuck Jada. So, but yeah.
No, all I want to say is I did not say they were swingers. Especially off camera, I
Okay.
did not say that
All right.
at all.
Anyway, look
That's
at his eyes.
Allegedly.
Look, you see when people bulge their eyes, it's because
Hold on to all our
See?
viewers, especially
See?
the ones
Yep.
in LA
Yeah, please.
around
Yep.
Jada and Will.
It's okay,
I
guys.
did not say that.
it's okay. It's all right.
But what
Guest
I will
speakers
say-
are guest speakers for a reason because they speak truth. Don't worry, you won't see
Yeah,
me.
and they're not held to all the same standards as our network.
So,
The thoughts
I
and opinions by
see?
the thoughts and opinions
So-
are expressed by Ribs and Ribs.
so
What I will say is,
Kurt's a liar and a fronter,
they did not say swingers.
and he can't eat pussy.
Oh God.
But they definitely doing that shit, okay?
Yo, y'all bugging.
Like, there's no contract dispute. There's no cease and desist. There's no stop doing interviews.
Right. Right.
We've all heard these rumors for a long time.
serious.
No, because these niggas look like they're ready to sue now. Like, this shit don't fuck with their good, wholesome money. They're going to sue. So, like...
Well, what the fuck was she gonna do in the red table talk? I was like, she gonna bring herself there and complain?
I'm waiting for that shit.
That, yeah, baby, you need to stop
I am
fucking.
waiting because you know who I really want her to interview is her children. Okay, she's had them on there a number of times. I want to hear what her kids got to say about this because they talk about open relationships and how they're not so that's got to come from somewhere,
Yeah, that's a little weird.
right? So I want you guys, you free to red table talk and air everybody else's business out. Jada, I want to hear what you got to say.
That's a little
Matter of
weird.
fact, bring August, whatever his name is, on your show.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too happy with somebody fucking my mom like that, especially a friend of mine.
And he said he was cool with the kids.
I said he got in through the son.
So,
Yeah, that shit
allegedly.
Sounds like a situation you once had, Kurt.
Womp, womp, womp.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Getting to a mom through the daughter.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean,
that sounds amazing, if you ask me. Anyway, this is it for Sam.
The only time he spoke truth.
All I want to say is behind all of those shits, allegedly. Okay.
that's it.
Guys, that is our time today. I am very grateful and thankful that you guys have kept listening as we transition out of the quarantine in Florida, Texas, and California. Keep going down. But we're doing fine over in the East Coast, somewhat. And
Besides Hoboken.
yeah, don't go to. Yeah, Hoboken
Yeah.
spiked up bad.
No way.
Spiked
Oh,
up
yeah.
crazy.
Weren't they just open for like the weekend or something?
And
And
they
then them
spiked up
niggas close
crazy.
right back on that Monday. Okay.
Which means you know the Jersey Shore area, Hamilton, Jackson,
Yep.
I
They
went to
did.
Long
Atlantic
Branch.
City on for the holiday on Friday. That
What
Friday
the?
before
Why you ain't tell me?
Fuck you, nigga. Yeah.
You had a mask?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Fuck you.
Oh, you had two.
Yeah. I went to gamble, and it wasn't that bad. I went in the morning. It was cool.
Yeah, because
Got
there's still
empty.
people that are smart. You're the dumbass that went out and went.
Yeah, for real.
What do you mean?
No,
it
fuck
wasn't
would you go out?
You're
I'm not
touching-
even going to the beach this year. A dolphin might have corona.
Nah, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
I'm sure it wasn't packed. They were doing the social
That's the
distancing.
best thing. Yeah, I went early.
There's
in the morning.
nobody there.
The regular folk, the townie started coming in the afternoon, and I left. I played the tables. The tables were all bleached down, and everybody had masks and gloves on and stuff like that. And you can't sit next to anybody.
Yeah.
Like,
So
you're
say, how do you
literally
play blackjack
3
now?
seats apart? Huh?
I said, how do you play black? They can only
With
have like
one
what,
other
2
person.
people?
Yeah.
2 people at a
You,
table
the
now.
dealer, and one other person.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You'll
Yeah,
never
this is
get a
getting
table now. If you thought it was
Nah.
bad to get a seat the first.
I was trying to play poker, like, yeah, okay. Can I get a fucking third, motherfucker? Like, goddamn, it was horrible.
I took the train
That's
a few
funny.
weeks ago, and I've been taking it, not a lot, but every once in a while. And I feel more comfortable on the train because there's not a lot of people. I don't know what it's like
Yes.
now.
Yes, yeah.
Now with everything back, I probably wouldn't do it.
Are
but
they still cleaning it?
Well, on the New Jersey Transit?
no, the subway.
Oh,
'Cause
New
the
York?
subway, yeah, the subway is usually packed.
Yeah.
When
Well,
I had my show,
It's packed, but when I was on the subway with you, I still got the
the
yeah, I
creep,
still like as soon as I got home, knowing I came from New York, I just
but I always
showered.
get that.
I
I
had
always
an
get
extra
that.
pair of
Yeah,
clothes.
I
in the
always get that,
bag.
and that's me coming in from any city.
Yeah.
Okay, but honestly, compared to what it like, if it was on a regular rush hour, how we usually do,
Yeah.
everybody catching that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Hands
yeah.
down.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? At least at the very thing, I'm like, yo, we're 5-6 feet apart, and people like you, they see you, they move to the, it's not a whole step, but they move into the side. You move into the side. People are at least aware of it, but them dudes that go down to the beach,
No, they don't give a
No,
fuck.
no.
I can't trust that.
Yeah.
The most I'll do is go on a walk, like a nature hike.
You know what I'm saying?
walk.
Nature hike. That's
Something
understandable.
like that, because I know there's nobody's gonna be right on top of you hiking or
Yeah.
walking, and if they do, from what I've seen, when people walk past you, they immediately put their masks right on. They
Yeah.
know that you're walking past them. They put their masks on, take it off right away as soon as they
Okay.
know the person has passed them.
And to be fair, I'm sure they do that at the beach. You know,
Most
and
people had stuff
yeah.
on when I was in the beach.
Um,
Was anybody in the water?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
people were surfing. The lifeguards came out. They asked everything has to
Wow.
open that day. The lifeguards came out, and people were surfing, and people, just getting in the water.
Nah,
and stuff.
chill. People pee in the water.
I'll leave you guys
It's the
with this.
ocean, homie.
It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna leave y'all with this though. Cause that's tricky. What if somebody's drowning now? Now you got to put mouth to mouth.
You have guards from out. They always had guards from out
Yeah.
the mouth. They just
They
a
have
lot of people
mouth
probably
guards
didn't
But
use
it's
CPR.
still breath, and it's in the droplets of your breath.
it. True.
But if that
So that's
person's
where it
not
gets-
breathing, it's the lifeguard then that would infect somebody. If that person's not breathing.
That's true too. Because if that person's
Right.
not
And the lifeguard would
breathing,
have to have it. Yeah.
yeah,
So
true.
hopefully the lifeguard doesn't have it.
I think catching a case of corona would be okay than dying.
Dying, yeah, exactly.
Just a smidgen. If you're well enough, to fight it. But if you're 90,
Can you sue? Anyway, folks, that's our time tonight. I want to thank our guest, Rebs.
Rebs. Why did
Rebs.
you combine Rebs and ribs?
Rebs.
Yeah, right.
Thank you for an amazing show. I want to thank our producer over in the corner there and you at home for keeping us on. Thank you a million. Savage Kings out.